Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is our lecture number 20 of our course Object-Oriented Programming for BSSC second class. In this lecture, we will discuss the multiple inheritance. Topic of the lectures are multiple inheritance. What is multiple inheritance? Multiple level of inheritance and programming example of multiple inheritance. These are the topic of today's lecture. So our first topic is multiple inheritance. What is multiple inheritance? Multiple inheritance. When a class is derived from more than one base classes. There are more than one base classes. When a class is derived from more than one base classes, then this is called multiple inheritance. This technique and this phenomena is called multiple inheritance. Consider the following diagram on multiple inheritance. Let's suppose class atom contains two data item title and price. Class sales has sales figures. These are two classes. Let's suppose these are our base classes, and we have another class HW atom. This HW atom class contains category and manufacturer, two data item, and this class also need these two data item and this sales figures. So it derived itself from its base class atom, and these blue lines indicate that HW atom is derived from class atom and also derived from class sales. So HW atom class contains five characteristics, five data items: title, price, category, manufacturer, and sales figure. That is, we have a class HW atom which is derived from two base classes atom and sales at its upper level. Similarly, we have another class SW atom which contains category and operating system. These are the two characteristics are the data atom are the members of this class, and it needs the item class two data members and sales class two data member along with their functionality. So SW atom also derived from these two base classes atom and sales. SW atom is a derived class and it has been derived from two base classes atom and sales at its upper level. These green lines shows the inheritance of SW atom class with two base classes atom and sales. This is the diagram. Here we have two multiple inheritance, one with HW atom class and the second multiple inheritance is with SW atom class. Multiple inheritance, we explain this diagram again. Here we have two derived classes: HW atom, that is hardware atoms, and SW atom, that is software atoms. HW atom and SW atom, hardware atom and software atoms. These are the name of two derived classes. Each class has its five features. It contains five features, two of its own and two from this item based class and one from sales based class, that is sales figure. So it has five features. Two of them are their personal features, while the remaining three are inherited from two different base classes. For example, the HW atom class takes its remaining three features. In this way, it takes two features from its first base class atom and one feature from its second base class sales. Two features from this class and one feature from this class. Hence, the technique in which a derived class contains more than one base classes on its upper level. This is upper level, this is lower level. So, this derived class has two base classes at its upper level. It is called multiple inheritance technique. Multiple level of inheritance. What is the difference between multiple inheritance and multiple level of inheritance? Actually, this is the inheritance of one base class. That is, each class will have one base class at its upper level, and similarly we can achieve the scenario of multiple inheritance here, but we will inherit one class at a time. When multiple level of inheritance, when we derived a class from base class which itself has been derived from another base class, this type of inheritance is called multiple level of inheritance. Let's suppose we have a class C which is inherited from class B. This is B class, and this B class itself has been inherited from class A. This is A class. This kind of inheritance is called multiple inheritance. Let we have a class C which is inherited from class B at its upper level, and class B itself has been inherited from class A at its upper level. Such kind of inheritance is called multiple level of inheritance. Diagrammatically, we can see diagrammatically the above scenario will be represented as follows. This is class A which contains two features, feature 1 and feature 2. Class A has two features, 1 and 2. Class B, this up arrow shows inheritance. That is, B is inherited from class A. B's own features are feature 3 and feature 4, but it inherits two features from its base class. So its total class B has 4 features, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 3 and 4 its own feature, and 1 and 2 from its base class. Now class C is inherited from class B, but class B contains 4 features and class C contains its own 2 features, feature 5 and feature 6. Then when we inherit class C from class B, then class C has 6 features, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6. Because these 4 features will be incorporated here in class C when we inherit it from class B. Here C is a derived class and its base class is B. C is derived class and its base class is B, while B itself is derived class and its base class is A. B itself is derived class and its base class is A. Hence, when a class is derived from a base class, that is C is derived from base class B, and the base class itself is derived from another base class at its upper level, such a mechanism of classes is called multiple level of inheritance. Here we see the programming example of multiple inheritance. We have seen this diagram previously in the topic of multiple inheritance, where HW atom was a derived class which was inherited from two base classes, class atom and class cells. Firstly, we will define the atom class with title and price, to the member data atom, and its member function will manipulate these member data. Our class name is atom, hash include iostream, hash include conio.h, class atom. This class contains a this pointer which is implicit variable or attribute of atom class. Each class contains its own this pointer, that is implicit variable or attributes. Class atom contains the private section and public section. In private section, we have two member data atoms, because class atom contains two member data atoms, title and price, while the public section contains the member function which manipulates this data, which perform operation upon this data. So get data will perform operation on this data, and display data will also perform operation on this data. So void get data, enter title and price of atoms. because title and price are the two data item of this class. So get data will get the data from the user for these two data item, title and price. C in title and C in price. Title and price will be inputted with the help of this function. While the display data, this function will display the class data title and price. So this is the message item, title and price. This will be the heading, and below it will display the value of title, and then a space of tab, and then it will display the price value. Title and price value will be displayed through this display data function. So both the functions are manipulating this data, these two data item of atom class. This is our one base class, and this was the definition of base class. Similarly, next is sales class. Let's suppose we want to get the sales figure of a hardware atom or either a software atom. So this is our sales class, this is base class. This has its own this pointer. Its private sections contains float, a sales figure array of 3 data items. Sales figure array whose data type is float, and it contains 3 memory locations for storing the 3 data item of sales figures of a hardware or software atom. Its public sections contains get data, which will get the data from the users and store the memory in the sales figure array, and display data. This will get the data from the memory and will display on the screen using this display function. Enter sales figure of 3 months, and here we use a loop. In the loop we process the sales figure array atom. Firstly, I is a loop control variable. The value of I is 0, 0 less than 3. Yes, sales figure of 0, 0 is a memory location. So the 0 index memory location of sales figure will get the sales figure data, and then I will increment itself, and it will become 1, and sales figure of 1. For this memory location, it will get the data from the user, C in sales figure, and then I will increment, I will become 2, 2 is less than 3. Yes, sales figure of 2, it will get the third sales figure data from the users, and will store in the memory. And similarly, the display data will display the 3 month data of sales of any software atom or hardware atom. This is our second base class, sales figure, and this is the definition of that base class. And now we design or we develop HW item, hardware atom class. It contains 2 data items, while it inherits the features of atom and the sales class features. So class HW atom, and this is full colon. Privately, we are inheriting privately item. Our base class is atom, and second base class comma private sales. This is our second base class. These two base classes, we are inheriting HW atom with these two base classes, atom and sales. As we can see here in the figure, Bev lens shows that HW atom is inherited from atom and sales class. Here atom and sales class. This is the syntax. First line of HW atom class, and this was the syntax of multiple inheritance. We have two section of this class, private section and public section. In private section, because HW atom contains have two main data atom, category and manufacturer. So this is category of 10 and character array of 10 characters, and character array of OEM, original equipment manufacturer. This is the array name of 10 characters. This is 10 character array OEM is the name of that array. Not only manufacturer but original equipment manufacturer. OEM is the abbreviation of original equipment manufacturer. These are the two data items because HW atom contains two data items. So this get data will manipulate these two data items, category and OEM, and display data will display the category and OEM, while the title and sales price, this is the responsibility of atom class. So atom class will get the data of title and price, and sales class will get the data of sales figure. Get data of sales figure. So get data function will get the data of the 5 data item of HW class, 2 of its own and 3 from with the help of 2 base classes. This display data function will display because these 2 data item belongs to atom class. So atom class has responsibility to display these 2 data items. So atom class display data is called here, and that class will display the value of title and price, and then category and original equipment manufacturer are the data item of its own HW atom class. So it will display the category and OEM, while the sales figure data belongs to the base class sales. So sales base class display data will be called, and this display data will display the sales figure of that hardware item. Similarly, we have another software item class which contains 2 data item, category and operating system, and the 3 more data item belongs to 2 different base classes. So its own data item are category and OS, operating system, category of 10 and OS of 10. This software item class, because this class is also inherited from 2 base classes. This is full colon private atom comma private sales. These are 2 base classes. This is the syntax of multiple inheritance. Private sections contains the 2 data item of its own, category and operating system, category and OS mean operating system, while get data will get the data of 5 data item of software atom, 2 of its atom class. Atom class get data will be called, and it will input the value of title and price of a software atom. Then see in category and operating system which category this software belong. System, this is system software, this is application software, or this is some kind of other software like system operating system software, application software, or some kind of let's suppose other kind of software, maybe embedded software. So operating system category and operating system will be inputted here, while the sales figure data will be input with the help of sales figure, because it inherited. It inherits the feature of atom and sales class. So sales figure, it is the responsibility of sales class to display the data of sales figure. So sales figure, sorry, input the data of sales figure. So sales figure data, sales class get data will be called, and it will input the 3-month sales figure data. Similarly, the display data, this item class will display the value of title and price of any software item, and this class will display this software item class will display the category and operating system value, category and OS value, and sales class has the responsibility to display the data of sales figure. So here the sales figure data will display. This was the definition of software atom class. Whenever we call the get data of base class, we joint this get data function with the class name atom and is using the scope resolution operator. This is the syntax. Here sales figure is the base class and get data is its function. So say get data of sales class is called using this scope resolution operator. This was the syntax how we can call the get data of base class. If we don't use this class name, then it will become the recursive function, and this get data will be called again and again, and it will not jump towards the get data of atom class, and here it will not jump towards the get data of sales class if we don't use sales and this scope resolution operator. Then it will call its own function again and again, because the function name of this class is also a get data. Similarly, display data, and if we don't use this reference atom and sales with scope resolution operator, then it will call this display data again and again and will not jump towards the atom and sales class display data. This is our main program coding. In this main program, we have these first two lines. HW atom is our derived class, and it has two objects, H1 and H2. H1, this is H1 object. Address of H1 object is 1000. This is the address. This pointer stores the address, this address of the object. And title and price are the two data atom of its atom class. Category and manufacturers are the two data atom of HW atom class, and this sales figures is the an array of three data atom, and this belongs to sales class. So H object contains the 7 memory location, 4 are the this 4, and sales figure is the 5th, which contains also 3 sub atoms memory locations. Similarly, H2 is the object of HW atom. H2 object is created at location 2000. This is the address of H2 object, and the same memory, because this object also belongs to same class HW atom, so its memory will be just like the memory of H1. Similarly, SW atom is other derived class, and it contains S1 and S2, two objects. S1 object is created at location 3000. This is the address of S1, and this pointer will store this address, and it will take the value from this memory, from this address, and also store value using this address at this memory location. S2 is the other object of SW atom, and S2 address of S2, because it is another object, so its address is different. Its address is, let's suppose, 4000 memory address, and its memory is this one. Whenever S2 will call the get data of SW atom or display data of SW atom, then this pointer uses this address, and it will store data at this location and will get data from this location. These two lines will create the memory locations of the 4 objects, 2 for HW atom class H1 and H2, and 2 for SW atom class S1 and S2. Clear screen, and then H1 will call get data. Why H1 is calling get data? H1 wanted to manipulate its memory, that it is want to store the data in this memory location. H1 will call get data, and this get data belongs to HW atom class. So this pointer of HW atom class will store this 1000's address in the memory of this pointer. So what will happen here? When this h1 dot get data statement will be executed. It will jump towards the get data of HWAtom class. This is HWAtom class and this is the get data of HWAtom class. It will be executed. Firstly, it will call the get data of atom class because HWAtom is inherited from atom class. So the title and price of the memory location of H atom, you may see it here. This pointer contains thousands. Thousands is the address of H1 atom. So everything which we will get from the user will be stored at memory location 1000, that is in the memory location of H1 object. So atom class get data will be called and atom class get data will get the data from the user for the title of hardware atom and price of the hardware atom, and category and OEM will be inputted here, and then sales figure get data will be called. And because sales figure HWAtom is inherited from the sales class, and sales figure, it is the responsibility of the sales figure class, sales class, that it input the data of sales figure. These three data item will be displayed, and the memory of when all the data, we will get all the data from the user, control will return back, and H1 memory location will look like this. That is at 1000 address of H1, the title was inputted laser printer, price was 15,000, category was printer, manufacturer HP, and sales figure 0, first month 90,000, sales figure of second month 1,20,000, and sales figure of third month 1,50,000. These are the sales figures of this data item which we have inputted here. Next, H2 dot get data will be called, and the address of H2 is 2000. So this pointer will store 2000 in its memory, and it will get the data for H2 data item as it has received the data for H1 object in its memory, and the memory of H2 will look like this. That is digital monitor inputted, price of digital monitor is 7,000, category is monitor, manufacturer is Dell, and sales figure are 2800 and 6300 second one, and 9100 third month sales figures. Now similarly, S1 dot get data. S1 when the software, this is the object of software atom class. S1 is the object of software atom class. You may see it here, software atom class, S1 is the object. So S1 object wanted to manipulate its memory address is 3000. So S1 will call the get data of SWAtom. Here you may see this is SWAtom class, and this is the get data function of SWAtom class. Here it is inherited from two base classes, atom and sales. You may see it here, atom, and this is sales. Atom has two data, atom class contains two data item, title and price. So for S1 object, this get data of atom class will be activated here, and the atom title and price of the software atom will be inputted here, and then this get data will get the data of category and operating system of that software atom, and each and every software atom has its own category: system software, application software, embedded software, etc., and its operating system is different. Some software contains the Windows operating system, some Linux, some other operating system, let's suppose Apple, etc. So here we will give the category and operating system, and then sales get data. Sales is the base class and sales figure will be inputted through this class. So get data of sales class is activated here, and sales figure are inputted for S1 object. Here you may see this is the address of S1 object. So everything which we will get from the user will be stored at this address, that is S1 object address. When the control will return back, this was the 3000 S1 object address. S1 object address is 3000. At this location, this data has been stored. Title and price atom class inputted this data, MS Office 10, and the price of MS Office is 1 lakh, and categories application software. This is application software. Operating system is Windows. This MS Office is for Windows operating system. Sales figures for first month are 3 lakh, 5 lakh, and then 9 lakh for third month. Similarly, S2 object has no data in its memory, and this object wants to manipulate its memory through get data function of its SW atom class. So it will call the as S1 call the get data function of SW atom class. S2 will also call the get data function of SW atom class and will manipulate its memory, and the get data function of SW atom manipulated or inputted this data atom from the user. The title of the software is display driver. Its price is 1000. Display driver price is 1000. Category is system software. This is system software. Every drivers and the operating system are called the system software, while the Visual Studio or the Office 2000 or other light suppose compilers, Turbo C compilers, these are the application software. This driver is for Linux operating system, and here sales figure of this data items are 5000, 10,000 and 12,000. After executing these lines, we execute the next 4 lines of this program. These are the 4 lines, and computer will execute one by one these lines. Firstly, computer executes H1 dot display data, this statement. So H1 object call the display data function of HW atom class, then display data function will display these data atoms on the screen. So this is the HW atom class and this is the display data, and this display data will firstly call the atom class display data function. This is atom class, and atom class display data function will display the title and price. Title and price. Title is laser printer and price is 15,000. These 2 lines will be displayed through the display data of atom class. Then tout, category and OEM. Category and OEM will be displayed through HW atom class, this derived class, and this category is printer and OEM is HP. S1 atom or HP. So these 2 lines will be displayed through this function itself, display data, and then sales figure, display data of the sales class. Sales class display data will be called, and that display data will display the sales figure of that class. So sales figure of 3 months are 90,000, 1,20,000 and 1,50,000. These are the 3 month data which will be displayed with the display function of the sales class. This is base class. Similarly, this is the H2 object address, because second our second statement is h2 dot display data, and the address of h2 is 2000. So when h2 will call display data function of hw atom class, then this pointer will store this. Firstly, this pointer stored the 1000. This was the address of h1 object, and this is the h1 object data. And secondly, in second statement, h2 is calling display data of hw atom, so this pointer will store the address of h2 objects, that is 2000, and it will display the data of h2 object through this function using this address. It will get the data from this memory location, and using this display data function will display the data for h2 objects. So this is the output of h2 objects. These two are title and price. Digital monitor and 7000 is the price. Category and OEM, monitor and Dell will be displayed here. Category monitor and OEM is Dell. Original equipment manufacturer of this digital monitor are Dell. And then the display data of sales figure will be called, and sales class will display the sales figure of 3 months. These two lines are the output of the sales class display data. Sales figures of 3 months are 2800 and 6300 and 9100. These are the data item of h2 objects. Similarly, the third line is s1. S1 will call display data, and the address of S1 object is 3000. So software atom class display data will be called. This is software atom class, and this pointer contains the address of S1 objects, that is 3000, and this display data will access the data from this address and will display here. So the first line will display these two lines. This second two lines is output of this second two lines is this one, these two lines, and the output of this third last line says the scope resolution of display data is this one. So item class display data will be called, and title and price will be displayed. MS Office 10 and 1 lakh price, while the category and operating system of this data item is category application software. MS Office is application software, and its operating system is Windows operating system. This software belongs to Windows operating system. And similarly, when we will call sales display data of sales class, then sales class will be display data will be called, and sales figure will be displayed. And this is the output of this last line. Sales figure of 3 months or 3 lakh, 50 lakh and 90 lakh. That is, MS Office is sales in the first month. Its sales is 3 lakh. MS Office 10 sales for second month is 50 lakh, and MS Office 10 sales for the third month is 90 lakh. Similarly, the last line will be executed of the main program will be executed S2. The address of the S2 object is 4000, and when S2 will call display data of SW atom class, then this memory location will be accessed using this address, and the output will be displayed. This is the output. This class contains the address of 4000. At 4000 address, it will access the memory location, and using this function will display the output like this, as shown in this green portion of the slide. Display data will call the display data function of atom class. Atom class display data function will display the title and price. So the title is display driver and price is 1000. And these two lines, the output of these two lines is this one, category and operating system. This is the message heading, and category and OS. These are the two memory location. Category is system software and OS is Linux, and sales figure. Then the base class display data will be called, and that display data will display the sales figure of 3 months. That is, for this software, the sales figure of 3 months are 5,000 for first month, 10,000 for second month, and 12,000 for third. This was the output of the S2 objects of software atom class. This was the end of our lecture number 20. Allah Hafiz.